Hello, everyone. Maybe good morning, good afternoon. I don't know where you live, or what place you live. But today we are faced with a very exciting match here. I will be your commentator, Justice here. And thanks for allowing me to streaming this match. We are going to have CCB and OMNI here. I believe OMNI won, no, CCB, whoever won coin flip. And the first match is already about to start, basically. The survivors are joining in, the hunter's already in. It's going to be in Sacred Heart, so exciting to see what both the survivors and the hunter are going to pull. I have honestly no idea what both of these teams have in their roster. So to me, it's going to be a completely new surprise. I'm genuinely excited. These are really two really good teams in my opinion. So we're definitely going to see some pro gameplay. As much as Koa for sure. But yeah, we'll see. Right now we're just waiting for the survivors to join in fully and ready up to get to see to get into the map bans. Yeah, we'll just wait here for a second until everyone is readied up and everyone is here to play. In the meantime, let me see if I can find you guys what the survivors maybe what the hunter plays. I think we might definitely be seeing a lot of harassing gameplay. I'm not sure if that's how they play, but I used to know a lot Cloudy, which is from Omni here, and I think back in time they played a lot of forward. They had a really good forward, I believe, or just in general they were pretty good at harassers. And I also know Wizard Dakwa. I've actually matched with them a couple times in rank too, so I'm excited to see what they're going to pull. This map as well. This map is like really survivors, or I'd say survivor sided in general. But they chose this map, so let's see what they're going to do here, what they're gonna cook. Seems like yeah, we're already starting with the map with survivor bans here from the hunter side, and we're already starting to ban first officer and embalmer. Okay, interesting bans here. I'm not entirely sure what the maybe for embalmer was. It's maybe like a hunter that can't really traverse the map, or just they're not really expecting to bring warp or teleport into the game. So that's why they just want to remove the possibility of that safe pick embalmer in two-story area. And yeah, from the survivor side, we are going with a seer, very classic, very good on this map as well. To just keep the comms going as well, because even if we know what the hunter is, seer can still very much give comms to the team and say, hey, the hunter is going towards this direction or is going towards the other direction, and then the survivors can rotate accordingly. And as we've seen in other matches in the tourney, rotating is so important. Really, it creates a lot of free decoding for the survivors and a lot of lost time for the hunter. Granted, as soon as the hunter does catch up to the survivor, then maybe blink is ready or all of those shenanigans. But yeah, we'll see. Looks like the second survivor pick here is going to be Cordy, also very solid option for the survivors. And we are going to be banning this Smirk on the hunter side, so it does look like we're eliminating any sort of rescue from the hunter side. They really don't want the rescue to go through, do it. And Antiquarian also from Omni's side here, the Omni survivors. So it seems like CCB is basically CCB is saying, like we don't want you to play rescuers. Have fun trying to rescue. So I'm guessing. Oh, what is the missing rescuer, like Wildling? But I don't think they would, or Gravekeeper. No, Gravekeeper's banned. What are their options? Coordinator is a solid option, but if the hunter does bring excitement, then she is kind of reduced to atoms. Like she can't really do anything for the rescue. So we are bringing Aeroplan is very, let's say, to the ground pig, very safe as well. Has a lot of kiting potential. Of course, he was nerfed because he was really good. I think people, especially in the lower ranks, do underestimate him, or underestimate how good he is. So yeah, and now we're also, I'm assuming sooner than later, we're going to see the personas from the survivors, and who the hunter will pick potentially into this team comp. I have no idea. Again, I have no idea what they. I don't know what they play. So let's see. We're waiting patiently or non-patiently. I don't know what you're doing. For this hunter. Oh yeah, we're just taking personas right now. And again, this is like Sacred Heart Hospital here, so I don't think there's really a bad area where a survivor can just stake and die quickly. Even for Cordy, she can afford to go to a bad area and just go on early if she needs to. So yeah, like definitely a solid comp here to take Kai to potentially rescue. I don't know. Probably one of them is going to bring Tide. Probably. Hear me out. I know it's optional, but Tide does end up changing a lot of games. So let's see. Yeah, they're just finishing up with persona traits. And in the meantime, I want to make sure I see who won the coin flip. Who was it? I believe it was Omni. Yeah, it was Omni who won coin flip. So Omni actually decided to go into this map, into Sacred Heart. So we're seeing the survivors from Omni here, and we're also seeing a disciple. Okay, interesting pick from CCB. I don't know how well disciple actually does. Definitely into Antiquarian is gonna work. This Antiquarian has to play very safe. Definitely has to. I think she'd rather use a lot of stick to go faster, that 5% extra movement speed, rather than using the stuns. Cordy should be fine. Again, unless she gets disabled with the cats. But definitely Cordy, it should be fine. We are seeing also a suicide build on Arrow, which is kind of smart. Arrow does have containment potential, but he can also afford to go for a possible rescue. So Tide 9 makes total sense on him. I trust and believe that deeply, as a matter of fact. And we're seeing, I think, the standards, or one of the standard spawns here, so pretty much a T. The other one should be to the left, or, Cordy can go Shack, but I think this one's the best one for rotating. However, I mean, yeah, Cordy does have a pretty meh spot, but she can always rotate to Shack, just drop that pallet, she has 9, so she can just use 9 and then maybe go towards Hospital, maybe, or Gut Kite area if Antiquarian has rotated. It really all comes down to how these survivors are going to rotate. And I believe, what would you bring here as Disciple, right? If you think about it. So you definitely want to bring up to maybe block windows, or not, it depends. No insolence, please don't do that. You do not bring insolence in Disciple. Unless you're crazy, but each their own. Obviously detention, and we could see trump card from Disciple if there's no warp. If it's a Disciple blink, we're probably going to see a trump card. But if it is warp Disciple, then most likely not trump card, and just stick to up and down. So yeah, we're starting up here. First match, Omni Survivors against CCB Hunter. Let's go. Let's see what we can cook here with. So we're starting out cats early, very important, trying to get that cooldown as soon as possible, and going towards the Cordy, it seems. So we're going to try to chase Kai, also trying to get as soon as possible the Hunter's Instinct. Cordy doing a very good job here at rotating around the Shack. Does end up getting catted though, and okay, we're breaking pallet here. We're trying to mind game here for jump. Cordy still has a lot of distance. Cannot use gun anymore though. I think she should be fine. This is still a very good kiting area. Does get a hit through, unfortunately. That is very unfortunate. I think this coordinator will try to rotate towards middle. We do have a cat out here, so we can jump definitely, but no stun here or no disable for Disciple. We do have excitement, so I think this coordinator might expect it at this point if we just use excitement. Does not get the hit here. Very good job. This is already a fairly okay chase. I think this might be the down we were expecting before when she vaulted the window. Yeah, unfortunately, that does mean that this is the first down. We did not ask for Owl in this first chase. Excitement's still a basement here, though, for the Disciple maybe to use. Opts not to go for basement here. I think she just wants to pressure Ciphers as much as possible. Maybe even throw out Cats too. I believe that's the Antiquarian. That is the Antiquarian decoding over there on Shit Corner. Or part of the other Shit Corner, in fact. The Ciphers are looking okay. I think this is still fine for the Survivors. They just need to complete this rescue pretty well here. So it does take hits the chair though. Okay, that was like a bad play on both sides, but I guess it worked out on both ends, right? So this is not double down situation, which is very good. Cordy still has gun, but unfortunately Excitement is up. Does get an owl here. Owl will be coming out. I think she's trying to get for a window here and try to kite as much as possible. I do think she might end up gunning soon, or not. I think she might end up gunning soon, expecting for a blink or warp or something like that. If not, yeah. Okay, so there comes the gun. That's the Excitement done, and totally fine. This is completely fine. That means the Excitement is gone. However, trump card. Yeah. So again, trump card detention on Disciple. No more Excitement. Wizard Aqua can definitely try to harass you or get the stun. Does not make it though, unfortunately. We still have 2 Ciphers remaining. One at basically 50% in a second, and the other one who hasn't started yet. I think Aeroplan is trying to get to that Cipher as soon as possible. Antiquarian trying to buy as much time as possible here as well for their team to get the rescue in. Let's see if this Antiquarian can get the rescue without getting stuff here. Very good use of stick here to get the rescue. Oh, this might be very tough. That's the first. That might be the. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the stuffed rescue that Disciple was looking for. Okay, so we're looking definitely into a tie game now, or potentially a one-man escape with or even 4K, if somehow the slugs happens or whatever. We do have trump card here that we can use. We do not see. No, we do see Seer, because we saw the Cypher shaking before. And we do see Seer now, so this is very tough. This is a very hard rescue to do. I don't know what the Survivors can do, really. They have one Cypher that's being decoded by Aeroplanist, and the second one is 90 for Seer. It was Seer Cypher. So I think Seer could definitely buy as much time as possible here for the Aeroplanist to finish the Cypher, and then possibly rotate away, but even then, look at this rescue. It's going to be very difficult for the Seer to make it to the chair without getting double hit. So we see the first hit. There's a cat on the chair, and the jump is available. We are going to stun the Seer. Unfortunately, this is another stopped rescue. Very well played by the Hunter here. Disciple actually basically cooking in chair camping. Very good job. And so yeah. So we're deciding to drop. We're trying to aim for a 4K here to maximize points for future rounds, in case they do end up needing it. We're gonna see, yeah. So we do see dungeon in statue area. We're also abnormaling Cypher. Okay, that's fun. I like that. I don't mind that. Aeroplanist still has one jetpack. I think Aeroplanist wants to preferably heal. I think he does want to try and heal his Seer. He's saying stay put and like help me and stuff. Seer is already primed. I'm looking at Seer's POV right now. They are probably going to heal here. But Disciple's coming in close right now again, so she might get tinnitus in a few seconds. Yeah, definitely getting tinnitus here. Oh, we're using jetpack here? Oh no, we used the hover, sorry. Airplane is using hover there to probably get away from Cat. Trying to mind game here. Ooh, very nice try from Airplane to try and use the jetpack here to dodge the hit, but unfortunately Disciple actually manages to hit. To get the hit in. So now we do know that Seer was around the area, so we're probably going to try to... What are we going to try to do? Again, drop down, yeah. So this is a bunch of dropping you down, slugging you, waiting for you to get up. And basically, if the Aeroplanist... So this is how it's going to go, basically. If the Seer gets found, Aeroplanist is going to heal up. If the Seer does not get found, Aeroplanist is going to try to bleed out as much as possible to buy time for Seer to actually get dungeon. And that's basically your biggest bet. I think for Omni, that's their biggest bet here. Because yeah, like decoding ciphers is obviously not an option. Disciple here trying to use mobility of the cats and the jumps to really scout the whole map, but unfortunately does not seem to see the Seer. Seer's also doing a pretty good job at rotating. From every single place that she will get the tinnitus. She is pretty close from Seer right now, but Seer is actually going in behind her. Sorry, actually going. Oh, he does have crows though. Unfortunately, he did not touch a cipher, so that did not reset his crow time. Now he's going to be found as Aeroplanus can actually self-heal again. This year is trying to hide as best as he can. Does manage to see him, and we'll get a down. Yeah, we'll get it down. Oh, does not get it down? Are we kiting? Is kiting a tree the new meta? Kiting the tree is indeed the new meta. Survivors now. If you ever need a new kiting route, just kite in trees. Who needs track? Who needs pallets, right? Who needs that? No, honestly, who needs that? Do we get tinnitus from here? We do not. Okay, that. Oh wow, I'm impressed. That was like so close. We saw him, right? Oh no, right. How is he gonna get tinnitus if he's on the ground? My bad, my bad. My bad, Chief. Another abnormal extra points. That's how I'd feel on rank. I just want the extra points. Oh, Seer had self heal. I'm bamboozled. Right, they both didn't use self heal, so it was strictly they actually healed, right? They actually healed the arrow. Let's see. I don't think Seer is going to be able to kite for a long time, sadly. So he does get down here, and Aeroplanus is just going to try and find some items to possibly kite. I think if I was Aero, my best. Oh, that's a syringe. That's kind of huge. That's a syringe. Okay, if I was Aero here, I think my biggest bet to kite, if I want to try and kite, is definitely in that gut kite area where he was in when he just touched the cipher, or you can alternatively go two-story because two-story works very well against Disciple. Let's see if Disciple can catch him on the very edge of the map right now. Maybe doesn't get a tinnitus here. She is scouting pretty well, but is not doing too well of a job at actually going around the corners. She's just kind of looking in the overall area, which is fine. It's just that because of this situation where we are basically slugging for dungeon, it's completely normal for the survivors to want to hog corners as much as possible to get away from that tinnitus. Let's see. So I think Aeroplanus might be yeah, he is prime, so he's using syringe as much as possible to not get crows. So we're going to again use cats, try to see if Aeroplanus is around the dungeon area here. Oh wow, okay, this is you guys didn't know, one of the two teams here was actually playing a match before. Oh, he definitely sees them now, right? You see him. Yeah, you see him. Oh, he's just grass. Never mind, he doesn't get the healing side. Aeroplanus is just grass. Are we surrendering? Are we not surrendering? What are we doing? Are we gonna wait out there? Okay. But yeah, the matches previously from one of the two teams here actually took a long time. So this match was supposed to happen a lot earlier, and if we're getting already a match like this, that was really on both sides. We might be seeing another repetition of that very long OMNI match between now against OMNI, actually OMNI versus CCB. So let's see what they have for the second half of the first round here. Let's see. So we're just joining in. We're just letting everyone settle in. I don't know what you guys thought about that match, but I think it's just. I really appreciate that it's not always the first two picks are going to be Sangria or Ivy. I really appreciate that. At the end of the day, I think we all know that those two are basically the top two hunters at the moment right now in on the meta. and they're really good, of course. Ivy is a lot of map control heavy. She does require quite a lot of mechanical skill in the sense that you have to kind of have that dream witch. You have to control two bodies basically, or more. For Dream Witch. And Opera Singer is just a lot of. I think she's pretty easy to play once you get to play her. She's pretty easy to play. But it's just like full chase oriented. You want to have quick downs. You want to get them as soon as possible. And yeah, I think that might have been what they basically those are the two meta hunters is what I'm saying. But seeing exactly Disciple or different hunters is actually very refreshing. It's cool to see that you can still very much destroy with them. Of course, we're seeing, granted, some high tier players here. That was peak tier, a peak tier player in our server. So probably one of the best hunters you might find in NAEU right now. And same for Pit Stoppers. We're actually going to see. So everyone is here already. We're in the loading screen. But Pit Stoppers is actually a very scary hunter. He has participated in tourneys already, and he just absolutely destroys. He's a very scary hunter, and like the previous hunter from CCB, definitely very scary. You should be scary hunters. I think I'd rather not going against them in rank, preferably. We all know what happens when you can make mistakes, and it's very easily too if you have hunters like this that are really good. But randoms don't help either, so. But yeah, I think Pit Stoppers does have a wide roster here to offer us. I have seen Pit Stoppers, I think, play Galatea, for example. I remember in this map, maybe, or that might have been another person. I'm not sure that was Galatea, so don't take my word for it. I am not entirely sure what fully their mains are. I'm pretty sure Dream Witch has definitely been played by Pit Stoppers quite a lot. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe like a new hunter that we haven't seen so far instead of Ivy and Sangria, really. So let's just wait for the survivors. I think it's the survivors. One of them has to ready up still. Yeah, probably. And I've actually gotten some of these survivors in my own ranks too. So I think they're really good. I've matched with Love Witch, for example, in my survivor rank matches. And even though we had no VC, we had no communication, they did really good. So I'm excited to see what both factions are going to play. I want to see something crazy, like just bring Mud Eyes. Please bring Mud Eyes. I want some Mud Eyes gameplay. I think that's what the citizens are asking here. Some Mud Eyes gameplay. But yeah, we are starting here with the ban for the survivor bans from the hunter side. We are banning Cordy and Priestess here on Sacred. Very totally understandable. I get it. Yeah, and oh wow, okay. We're opting for a very Cypher Rush heavy comp, but also interesting. I think the issue with Mechanic, but also that's why she's really good. People have been yearning for a Mechanic buff for a long time right now. But because she's not the best. She's like okay, she's viable. You can play her. But she's not the best decoder, I'd say, out there. You can easily break a Mechanic. And yeah, she used to be basically the must pick you need to have on your Survivor team comp. So seeing basically, now that I'm looking back, 3 decoders is very interesting from the Survivors here. I think we're opting, rather than opting, I think we're actually just confident that we can kite them. Whoever the hunter here is, so whoever the hunter chooses to pick, and what this is actually going to do is whatever the survivor you're going to chase, obviously not Wilding. Please do not chase Wilding. He's smart enough to do that. Don't worry. But whatever the survivor you're going to chase here, it's not going to be worth it. But you still have 2 other decoders on the field that are going to decode those ciphers way faster. So, and even Mechanic, if you go for Mechanic first, she can die freely and just use bot to decode, or alternatively, the other gameplay with Mechanic is you use bot to body block. But yeah, it's interesting to see that the 4 bans here. I mean, yeah, it's very standard. I would assume Cordy, Priestess, Seer, and First Officer from the Hunter's perspective. And then the Survivor's actually going for a very Cypher Rush team comp with Wildling as a rescuer, but also probably an as a potential harasser here. Very good at stalling for time. Wildling is complete, like, in my opinion, underrated. It's just, it really depends on the player who's the one playing Wildling, to really make him good. I believe he does require for you to know how to play with him, and also how to play on a VC team with him. Because if you just get him on rank as a random, if you're not pinging, for example, you're gonna have a hard time at actually getting support from him, or for him to actually support you, because he doesn't know where he is. But yeah, we are going to be seeing an Ivy pick here against this team comp. Interesting. I think that's valid. I can see it. I can see that division here. Oh wow, and these we're seeing 2 Sui builds on Prisoner and Wildling. So Tide Flywheel on Wildling, 9 Flywheel on Prisoner, and then 2 Broken Windows on Lawyer and Mechanic. But yeah, I think Ivy makes total sense here. To really slow down to the coding as much as possible with our stones. So with our Yithian, we want to probably pressure. I think the first chase is definitely going to end up being Prisoner here. And we are going to try and pressure maybe Lawyer Cypher. I'm not sure if Wildling. I really like this map spawns, considering that Wildling has a very bad quote unquote, right? If you were to spawn there, it was pretty bad. That's the shit corner. There's basically 1 window and you're in a dead zone. So that's very nice, because I think that also means that there's not going to be a Cypher block for him, so he can start decoding immediately. Lawyer, of course, is going to have a Cypher. I think the Cypher that's going to be blocked is rather going to be probably Shaq's Cypher, if it has one. So that means that Mechanic can actually rotate, so take Gotkite's Cypher, or leave bot there, and then Kite take Statue Cypher if it has one. So we're going to have 4 Cyphers early game. 2 of them are going to go pretty quickly if we can't get a hit early game into this Prisoner or whoever this Ivy is going to chase. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited to see both teams do their job here. Obviously, good luck to the Survivors, and good luck to the Hunter for this match as we close in to the match. So let me actually have a drink, because this is a lot. Like, this is too much. There's too much going on, guys. It's just too crazy. Okay, so we are actually going with the Yithian here. I think we might actually end up targeting Mechanic. I think we might end up targeting Mechanic. I don't know if you can't. No, you can't leech the bot. That would have. Yeah, you can't leech the bot. Trying to get a scare and doesn't get it. Teleporting directly into the Mechanic does get 20. Does get 20 of scare, which is very, like, that's the bare minimum. Oh, that's 66. Okay, never mind. That's very important. So she can get early down here if she can get a hit. That's 1 hit for Mechanic. She's at 70, so that means that the scare can work once again. There you go. That's a scare. That's a pretty early down, with basically no Cypher progress. But a Mechanic doll out on the field, still at 1 decoder. Lawyer is still very dangerous. Especially late game, you can really feel his decoding. Unfortunately, going to chair right next to Wildling, so maybe it doesn't really go for Wildling. So we're just trying to aim for map pressure right now, getting as many Cyphers as possible. Doesn't really care about Wildling, because this Ivy knows that this Wildling cannot decode as fast as too fast. So she's not really worried. Wildling coming in for the rescue here as soon as possible. We're going to see slowly creeping up the corruption. Let's see if we can get the rescue. We do end up getting the rescue here. Pretty good job from the Wildling. Does get doubled down, unfortunately. We still have a blink available for this Mechanic. And this Mechanic can't really rebound, as she doesn't have a Sui build as well, so she can't really fight with the corruption either. Let's see what she can do. So she's definitely getting leech here. Teleport, and she's dead. Yeah, you're dead. Unlucky for the Mechanic here, but that was before half rescue. A very good job from the Ivy, actually. This map pressure is paying off like crazy. She's doing a very good job at pressuring the survivors into not being able to decode and forcing out the wildling to actually rescue. We do have a double down situation as well, which is crucial for this Ivy to solidify honestly a fat win, because I have 4 ciphers, 3 of them are 50% or above on average, granted. And we're teleporting back here. Is someone going for the rescue? Can someone make it for mechanic? Nobody's rescuing mechanic. That's completely fine. We're selling mechanic here. We're trying to get the wildling here. Goes back, realizes that there's no one here, so Ivy understands that the survivors are just trying to sell mechanic. So we do have basically, is that 5 set? That's 5 ciphers started. 5 different ciphers started. That's basically the crazy thing with Ivy. It's that even if, like, this is basically your end game, this is your cipher pressure. It's the fact that you can't decode the cipher because there's a stone, especially in a 4-man situation. In a 3-man situation, the stones do take less time to break and also to be able to break. So very good job on Ivy actually getting this double scare and getting a hit into Prisoner, who also has a Sui build. Yeah, okay. I think at this point of the game, Ivy is doing a very good job at just hitting people as much as possible and like controlling the ciphers. The ciphers do have a lot of progress, granted, but we really need, as the survivors, we really need another cipher popped for that dungeon. If we don't even have the dungeon, okay, the wildling is gone here. We still have no, Link is not available. Do we have trump card? I can't see it, sadly. I think it was probably Insolence, Ivy. The ghost is going to try and find the prisoner here, who can get leeched, decides not to commit to him, probably wants to find the lawyer, who's the only one who can actually rescue. Yeah, this is the main issue with having oh wait, no, so you can actually leech onto the mech doll. That's crazy. I myself did not know that. I thought it wouldn't work because it's not like a physical body that you can see on screen. Does get the rescue before her. That's very crucial for the survivors here. Oh, unfortunately, she cancelled Wildling's board. That's very bad. I mean, very well played from Ivy, of course. Let's see if this lawyer can try really hard not to get hit here. It would be very bad for him. Unfortunately, he does get hit. There's no one who can rescue anymore. They have to reset. They do have a cipher at 99. Okay, good. Dungeon is open now. Prisoner, and lawyer. Both of them are high corruption. Doesn't have the scare. I think she might have missed the scare. Good job on does not. She gets the scare here. That's the prisoner. Wildling still on his first chair. Primed his healing. I know you can't see it, but I will tell you. He has his healing primed. So I think we're just looking at Slugging Fest again. Basically part 2 of Slugging Fest. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're trying to find this lawyer who's using doll in basement. Do you think she does? Yes, she does. She eventually finds the lawyer, chases after him, 100% downed. Wildling gets up. Let's see if he can try to get for this rescue. He does have board available, to go rescue, but it's a bit situational here. The board doesn't really. Oh wow! Very good job on the Ivy again, canceling that board. I think that Wildling is actually fuming. I'd be fuming personally. I'd be very mad. I was like, okay, cool. I can't play the game anymore. That seems fun. The tease, thank you. That was probably Wildling, guys. But yeah, it just looks like a 4-man game. We can congratulate the Ivy here. Amazing job, honestly. Very good job at distributing the map pressure on these ciphers. Couldn't, it's at the end of the day, it is pit stoppers, so very good hunter. And good, honestly, very good effort from the survivors. Their early game went sadly a bit wonky, but it definitely, the fact that they had 3 decoders definitely looked like it paid off for a hot second. They had a lot of progress shared. It's just that the Ivy with full presence was able to still lock down basically the game for that matter. As soon as you're 4 ciphers remaining, ooh, like that, that's really hard to maintain for the survivors to even try to get like 1-man escape. So, hey, good job on both parties. I hope to see more gameplay like that. That was a really cool match to see. Let me just go check what they're going to do. So we're asking right now to potentially sub in some players. It seems like CCB does not want to substitute any players, so we might see the same hunter and the same survivors. Let's see what the what OMNI team has also to say. And also, what are they going to do really? So, what is the next map they're going to pick? Because that was granted a very strong map for survivors, but you can see that even if it's a strong map for survivors, you can get destroyed as easily. So, definitely excited to see what what map we're going next. We've seen a lot of big maps, of course, like Chinatown, Lakeside, Ever Sleeping Town. So, not too much Leo's Memory, for example. I think that's the map that maybe people just either forget or just don't want to play in. And understandable. I am not chasing there. As a hunter, I'd rather not. And as a survivor, sometimes I just feel like powerless. Like, what can I do? Ugh. So yeah. Again, just waiting here for the survivors and the hunters, so both teams to decide what they're going to do, basically. So maps, map span. What do you think they're going to take? You know, I want to see. What do I want to see? I want to see some Ever Sleeping Town. Why not? I want to see some Ever Sleeping Town, and I want to see some more Fire Investigator. I know I'm. You can probably see my bias towards Fire Investigator, guys, but he's underrated. I'm just telling you, he's really good. Definitely want to give him a try. Or alternatively, hear me out. These guys should pull off a Mind's Eye. How does that sound? They wanted actually they should have just done that. They actually just threw the entire match, guys. The play was to play Mind's Eye. Trust. The play was to play Mind's Eye, shove her in 2-story, and have her like spam those canes, you know, like reveal the hunter. Obviously not, but could have been an idea. I'm just saying. Totally not biased Mind's Eye player here. But yeah, so it looks like the bans for the map. So Omni is banning a map. And we are banning Moonlit here from the Omni team. And the CCB team is going to pick Chinatown. Okay. Cool. I like Chinatown. Do I? No, but you know, maybe we'll see some interesting stuff. Let me move away from Survivor. Hello, why am I there? I don't want to survive into these teams. I'd rather sit back, preferably commentate in peace, or with someone, you know. Viewers' discretion advised that people do lose their sanity while watching the stream or while watching matches. So, you know, that is a problem, but we deal with it, okay? We do deal with it. So now that is out of the way, we picked, what were the permabans? So it was Mechanic, and Prisoner that they cannot pick anymore. And we can see Seer and Cordy for the other team. Was it Omni? Omni went first, right? So it's for Omni, they can't pick Seer and Cordy. And for CCB, they can't pick Mechanic and Prisoner. So that's cool. That's very cool. I actually hope this match doesn't like extend forever. I'm not saying I want someone to destroy the other team. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying, um, it is quite late here for us Europeans, which are sadly right now commentating and streaming this match. Just say we're a bit cooked right now. My mental health is draining, but we're excited. We want to see some gameplay. We want to see some tourneys. We want to see some good plays. We want to see some team play. We want to see everything basically. Some new tricks would be nice. I want to, this is also a good way for people, I think, to learn one or two new tricks that you can do with your favorite character. For example, I've played this game for a long time, and I have never yet seen, basically on this same map, so Chinatown, two-story area. If you drop down with Ripper, you can actually hit the person who's on the stairs with Foggy Blade. I did not know you could do that. Unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way, which was dying in a custom match, 20-second kite total. Or not 20 seconds, but you get the point. I just said surrender. I couldn't deal with that. But yeah, so to die, this is going to be round 2. We have OMNI again, OMNI survivors, and the CCB hunter who are going to play in Chinatown, and we're going in basically. Let me just check the stream as well. So I have both tabs open. I'm just gonna mute the stream as well. Okay, there you go. Now back to the gameplay. We are already starting to see a Priestess Antiquarian ban from the Hunter side, and we're going to see Wax Artist ban actually from Team OMNI. I mean, Wax Artist is basically so I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. You can play him on other maps. I'm fine. Like, you're fine. You can do that. But not on Chinatown. It's basically like open walls all over the place. And yes, there's some people who are gonna say, oh, but like Wax Artist is not that good. You just have to kite in, places where the walls are high. But you know that the hunter is also moving behind you, so it's not like you're moving. Let's say you're rotating, right, with this Wax Artist, and he spawns right next to you. So he'll eventually catch up to you when you're transitioning to a kiting area, because the big walls on this map are buildings, and buildings don't have necessarily something on them. They have something around them or on top of them if it's a two-story area. So it's pretty hard to kite Wax Artist on this map unless you have some sort of transitional kiter or something that can gain distance pretty easily. So it looks like we are going to see an Acrobat and Gardener pick here for our first 2 Survivor picks. We're also going to see a potential... We searched it up to Aeroplanist. Very good choice, honestly. So we ban Aeroplanist here on Chinatown. What could they bring, honestly? I mean, Acrobat is a solid choice. I think Gardener is here mostly to counter the likes of, like, Sangria, maybe early game, or a potential, I don't know, Disciple, Nightwatch, question mark? I don't know. And Psychologist also a very all-around character, just 3 hits to take down is a huge beefy tank, if you will. That you can't really afford to kill. So let us see. What else? What else do we have? We have a Merc ban as well from the Hunter side, from the CCB side. And we're going to pick First Officer as our preferred rescue. Understandable. Granted, he doesn't have the map traversal, but actually the matches I've seen these past few days, First Officer players in general have been doing a very good job at either getting that rescue with Watch, so without getting necessarily double down, or double down stuff do happen, but getting it before half, or they're pretty far away but they still manage to get the watches in and get the rescue in time. now they're going to select the talents for the survivors, and I can already look at it for you because of the what the names have. There's some goofy names actually. People put into their kiting builds, persona webs. I think I've seen like mommy issues. I think that was one of them. So very interesting wording selection from some of the survivors. I mean, if you have fun, honestly, just go for it. You can name your persona webs whatever you want. But yeah, it looks like we are going to do nothing actually because we're just waiting for the hunter. My bad. We're going to do nothing. We're just waiting, guys. Don't worry. All right, let's see what the hunter is going to take. Let's see what the hunter is going to take. Oh, we're going for a smiley face. Woo! Okay, wait, that changes a lot. That's very fun. Okay, fun, cool. I like that. I love that pick. Interesting, very fun. I'm actually excited, guys. I'm very excited for this. He might not look like maybe like a very strong hunter, and he definitely isn't it. Okay, like don't think he's like suddenly S tier hunter. But in some maps like Chinatown, for example, he like has long dash, and especially if the smiley face is I'd venture to say talented. The mind games you have to do as a survivor in order to not get terror shock, not get hit, try to flywheel question mark the smiley face, try to cancel his dash, try to time the pallets correctly, try to rotate properly, try to not get slugged on the ground because he can have a lot of slugging potential. So yeah, there's a lot of things you have to think about when kiting smiley face, and we're also only seeing one flywheel. So I think for Gardener, actually this might not go too bad. I think for first officer he's going to have a very hard time kiting the smiley face because the smiley face can actually just use the infinite rocket and kind of just move around, and eventually he'll be able to hit you. I think psychologist is also completely reasonable. So you can use the first hit from your stress to cancel that rocket. That's very important. That first normal hit should be very important for smiley face to then blink you down and then have harder time. And then Gardener is just pretty much safe in the early game. She doesn't have to worry about a lot. We're probably going to be able to see, which is what most smiley faces do, some sort of combination between insolence and window block. Insolence with attention doesn't happen too often, but it does sometimes. Or insolence with trump card. Maybe not, because it is smiley face is a pretty good agile hunter that can just traverse around the map, and especially on this map, it's like again it's pretty open. It's like bam, So I'm excited to see this clown gameplay. From the hunter side. I want to see if they can really push them. Maybe a potential win here or whatever it might end up being. So let us start the game. Let us see if we can just get an exciting match to see. I think this is going to be very fun. I didn't comment on the spawns over there. They did like I think it's called the N basically. It's not a terrible idea. You can definitely do it. It's easier like that to take ciphers that are not blocked. And oh, that's a cool accessory. So yeah, we're just trying to get infinite rocket here. Going to be able to see the is that acrobat? Yeah, that is acrobat on top. I don't think we're going to try and chase acrobat. We do see first officer here caught a bit off guard, trying to use. Might have to use a watch here. Does get the double. That's one very early hit. Very good job on the smiley face. Very patient there. Not to get mind gamed by the pallets. And also pretty good job on the first officer patient there to not use watch aimlessly. So this is what I mean, right? We have infinite rocket. We can just kind of aim to see where this first officer is going to be. He can be slugged. Okay, so first officer was hit with a slug pill. But it's not going to choose to do so. Understandably so, right? Because that was a really fast down, and we're going to try and. We might be seeing a switch, maybe. We have a fast, slow heal, infinite rocket equipped. let's see what the survivors can do here. So Psychologist, no flywheel, can't really cancel this dash, so it's just going to take a free hit. Blink is available, we're going to use Instant Watch. Are we able to get this first? Okay, we're just going to try and get Infinite Rocket here to just kind of aim in the general direction of First Officer. Unfortunately, does not yet. Like, as I've said before, getting a kite in with First Officer, especially with watches against a Smiley, will be the equivalent of kiting Sangria with Mind's Eye. I think that would be the equivalent I'd want to give it to. But what I'm trying to say is that it's pretty hard, basically. Really good job, although Psychologist for rescuing before half, and with only one hit. It seems like we were going to sell, right? Potentially sell here the First Officer, who has a very slow chair speed, so this is good for them. Is going to get Tinnitus maybe from this Acrobat, who's staying quite near. Are we actually able to get the rescue in? No, it doesn't look like it. I think Acrobat is going to be the next chase here. Nice level to cancel the dash here from the Acrobat. Let's see if we can kite for a long time here. We really need this kite to last long. We're just waiting on dash. Getting a dash. Fireball doesn't go through. Actually gets hit. Blink is still up for the Smiley to use and get this Acrobat down as soon as possible. With 2 ciphers remaining basically on the clock, this is looking pretty bad for Smiley, or not for Smiley Face, obviously. For the survivors. We do get the down here with Blink, that's completely fine. 2 ciphers left. Yeah, basically 2 whole ciphers left. And the chair time on Acrobat is looking to be fairly slow. It's gonna be 60 seconds. In 60 seconds we don't get these 2 ciphers. I don't think. I think we need to see some miracle rescue from Gardner. Like a no-hit miracle rescue from Gardner, which, oh, that's very smart from Smiley Face. That is very smart from Smiley Face. Very well played. Let's see if we can get a tear shock here, maybe. Oh, we're crossing the line of. Oh wow, that is devastating. That is absolutely devastating. Yeah, this Smiley. See, like again. You don't have to go Opera, you don't have to go Ivy and stuff like that to win. This hunt is basically proving to us like, hey, yo, my Smiley is cooking right now, and I'm destroying this team. And this is, granted, like, still high-tier players on a 4-man VC with, you know, they have good comms, they probably not practice against Smiley. And granted, they don't have the best comp against him. Like, First Officer was a weak chase, so there's not a lot he can do. Does miss up the dash here. Can Gardner be slugged? Yeah, Gardner is being slugged. She does have the modified drill, slugging. Oh yeah, he's just waiting it out. Damn, these dashes are like candy for my eyes. They're really good. This Smiley Face is really good. We do have a wand on Gardner that we decided to switch. Psychologist, not. Yeah. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh my. Crazy. My head is going crazy. Doesn't get that. Very barely gets that actually. But very well played from Psychologist as well, not eating the mind games that the Smiley Face is doing. Looks like we're going to opt to leave Psychologist for now. Looking for Gardner here to try and get the Mega Slugfest. The mega Slugfest. Oh, okay, we're just taking parts. I thought they were losing already. Very good wand actually from the Gardner to not get that drill. Oh, this is just waiting, and we have Blink. So, okay. We do have Impact. Not Impact, sorry, but the trade that makes it so that you heal only to 60%. So this Gardner is 100% like totally sluggable. This Psychologist is trying her best to hide here. It doesn't seem like Smiley Face is hiding. Seeing her, but he's definitely going to see her now. And we're just probably looking at this Psychologist knows. They know. Okay. Yeah, I think this Smiley Face should look into the camera. Should look into the camera of the stream and say hi. Maybe. He can say hi. The Gardner can be slugged. I know the Psychologist Oh, it's peepers now? They didn't have peepers now? Oh god. But yeah, honestly, very well played from this hunter on devastating 4K on his end. Or maybe, I mean, the game hasn't ended. Hear me out, it's still possible. Spoiler alert. No, yeah. Very well played on the like incredible. Honestly, very good gameplay from Smiley Face here. Obviously one of his best maps for sure, and a team comp that sadly just was not ready to face him, especially with that first officer. Very weak chase against Smiley Face, unfortunately. So honestly, I will say they just cooked. Like that they just cooked. It's just the truth. But yeah, I'm excited. That was very nice to see. Very nice to see some variety. I know I keep repeating myself probably on that, but I think that's really what makes the game fun, right? I don't think seeing Opera and Ivy gameplay all the time is as enticing as maybe seeing some, I don't know. When you see some Leo gameplay, there's some Leos that are good out there. They do, they do some like triple hit shenanigans with their puppets. I don't know how you do that, but or I do, but I don't. Hope that helps. Yeah, I hope that helps. Um, yeah. So now we're Pit Stopper. Okay, I was about to say maybe Pit Stoppers now wants to play Survivors for the other team, changing not only factions but also teams. But yeah, so Pit Stoppers is back on Hunter again. Omni is going to have to play the Hunters, and we're going to see CCB on the Survivor side again. Still in Chinatown. Still high possibility to see a lot of different Hunters. So excited to see what we can pull off here. We're also now roughly reaching the round two. Not yet. I mean, not yet. Sorry, the end of round two. And we're currently 10-5 for I believe that's CCB. CCB is winning 10-5 on points. I believe they tied the first round, so that makes it 0-0. And now, since it's 4K, Pit Stoppers needs to do another 4K, potentially for this for his team to basically get another tie, and then it's all based on round 3. And I believe if they get another tie somehow, then I believe it's basically, I don't know if there's going to be round 4. That'd be so many matches, Jesus. Let's not think about that yet. Let's not think about too deep into the future. And let's just wait patiently for the survivors to join. There you go. Those are the survivors to ready up and to start the game here. Let's see. I want to join. Give me a sec. Okay, we're good. We're good. We are good. Let's see. So yeah, as we said before, as I've said before, the 2 permaban characters for survivors were prisoner and mechanic, so we can't choose them anymore. Which is completely fine. Again, those are rescuers, and part of the strategy of also playing like the 2 first picks, right? Because of the that's kind of you saying, "Oh, I'm playing this," and now the hunter's kind of forced to adapt to that, right? So it's completely fine to take those 2, and they're not. I don't think they were going to use them later again. So for bans, we are going to be banning Ivy for Pit Stopper, for Omni, and we are also going to be banning as the killer Priestess and Seer. Obviously, very solid choices on this map. Priestess in general, Seer as well. But it looks like we are going to actually go Embalmer. Embalmer and what? Interesting. Embalmer does work on this map. Obviously, we've said before, and in a general rule of thumb, is that Embalmer on larger maps tends to work very well. So you put Coffin on one side of the map. If you take Kite, you try to get as far away from it, and then the hunter's actually forced to either not use straight on you. So let's say it's warp. They can't really use straight on you if they want to go back to your coffin, or if they do use straight on you, they're forced to go all the way back to Coffin somehow, which tends to result in a lot of time and a lot of time loss for the hunter. Maybe the use of a tray, so tray has to be out because of that. But also, most importantly, it does not normally disrupt the decoding, so Embalmer could just get that free rescue. Nobody has to deal with them. So it also looks like we're going to pick either two first picks, so Embalmer and Psychologist. Once again, Psychologist very solid all around. I wouldn't say she's the best at kiting, but she does have kiting potential in the sense that she can survive for longer times. And she's obviously a very good support for our rescuers here, which we are going to be able to see a wildling. Very interesting pick here. I believe that's actually what they went with before. Yeah, they did go wildling into 3 decoders. And we're going we're going double rescue here actually. Interesting. So I think this CCB team is really enjoying the double or even triple of especially the decoders and rescuers so far, which I'm like, pop off, go ahead. I want to see, like shock me. But yeah, this is going to be just fine. I think Merc and Wildling just means that they're secured to get at least 2 rescues in if there's no double downs and stuff like that. It's just that the decoding is going to be very slow. And they're probably in dire need to put Embalmer and Psychologist on safe areas. I think we're seeing what they're going to do. We're able to see Psychologists using quote unquote, the restrained persona, and Embalmer the Mech K. I'm assuming the Embalmer one is probably going to be Suicide. Suicide build with 912, that is. And it's like, honestly, if I was them, I think I'd just go 912 on both. Because they're both at high risk of getting first kite. I don't think the hunter would choose to go for Mercenary. Mercenary's not like actually if we just take Smiley Face again, then Mercenary is kind of cooked. Wildling isn't though. Oh, we're going ooh, okay. We might be seeing a Wax Artist pick, or potentially a different pick here from the we're waiting for Blitzstoppers to choose what they're Breaking Wheel, maybe? They're hovering the Breaking Wheel, they hover the Wax Charges as well. We are going to commit the Breaking Wheel here. Very interesting choice. Definitely not a bat map for Breaking Wheel. Definitely not a bat map for Breaking Wheel. Very few areas in the map that you can actually kite him properly, where he actually has to detransform. I believe there's actually no area around the map that the wheel has to detransform in order to get to you, which is something that other maps do feature. So, for example, on what is it called, Moonlit, for instance, if you go to Working Carousel and you go onto the carousel, he can't hit you, so he's forced to detransform. He's actually forced to transform, as long, of course, as he doesn't have presence like the 2 spike things or his snap or whatever it might be. So we are going to see, I think it's called the bow tie spawn from the survivors. And Pit Stoppers, so Breaking Wheel is actually spawning top left here, which means he has 3 options to chase. Probably not opting for a Wildling here, as he can just hop on board as soon as he gets double spiked. And probably not on Merc either, as he can get a lot of distance with pads early game. And I think the early game is going to be very important for this team, because they really need to get the ciphers going. So I think it's just going to end up being Psychologist taking kite here. And she has 9 as well to be able to extend the kite, but no flywheel on Psychologist. Kind of devastating against Breaking Wheel not having flywheel. She's kind of a weaker chase into him as well, because he can just ignore them. He can just fully ignore the stress bar from Psychologist. So interesting to see. Embalmer is obviously in a pretty good spot right now, so I don't think he has to worry. But yeah, let us commence. Let us start this match between OMNI's Hunter and CCB Survivors. So we're starting off with Breaking Wheel, of course. going directly. Oh, is she going towards basement? Yeah, psychologist is in basement. Let's see if the hunter can find her here. Because this is obviously a gamble, right? Kind of smart. Doesn't seem like the breaking wheel is going to find the psychologist. So we're just aiming to find for another prey here. Probably wildling. We're seeing wildling. I don't think we want to chase wildling, no. We're going for Embalmer though. Embalmer is a really good chase. He does have flywheel though. He can offer. That's a pretty early spike. That's the second spike we're going to see. Blink is still not ready. Let's see if we can trap. Oh, what happened there? Let's see if we can trap the survivor here. Does not trap the survivor. Flywheel into nothing. And sadly, he does end up dying. We do have coffin, so we don't have to rescue. I don't think that's what they're. Yeah, that's definitely not what they're going to do. Spoiler alert: the coffin is right there. So who could go rescue here? Definitely not Wilding. He has wanted order. This Merc is. Oh, that's a very nice elbow pad. He is going to get a first hit, and then that's still not a full presence. Breaking wheel. Oh, that's rough. That's actually rougher than you think, because Mercenary can no longer have another rescue. He is a one hit down, and even just spike down, he can get easily double down here. This Embalmer just trying to get as far away as possible, I believe, from his coffin. Which he might just. I think for Embalmer here, since he's just going to try and share. I think it makes sense. He's just going to buy time at the end of the day because his team. Oh, are we switching? Yeah, we're switching to Embalmer here. We're just making sure that he dies first. 3 ciphers remaining, by the way. With oh, he still can't get hit because Ash shield. That's one hit. That's the full presence, and that's the snap. Unfortunate for the Embalmer. We are going to see some harass from Wildling. Unfortunately, just choo Thomas a train into into Wildling. Sorry, into Breaking Wheel, and does not end up getting the stun he needed. Seems like the choo Thomas a train player is going to do a pretty good job at trying to dodge the spikes, but it's quite hard. It's also quite hard to navigate this area as Breaking Wheel. Like the very tight corners that you have to take. Does he see? Oh, he does not. Very well played by the Wildling here. This is rough. This is so rough for our Breaking Wheel player. Wildling is doing a pretty good job here containing this area. Actually, 2 stories areas don't do too bad against. Oh, that's full. Which he flywheeled properly on time. Very well played on the Wildling. He's still able to kite here. Very almost got. Oh, he did. No, he did got him. Oh, but we're hopping on board. We're definitely not going to chase after him. Look at the ciphers too. Very good job on Wildling's side there, buying so much time for his team. Let's see if we can get the down here on Psychologist somehow, or perhaps Mercenary, who has been chased already. But so close. Okay, we're getting one. We're padding away, trying to not get into that spike range. That snap range, rather. He is seeing that cipher. We have 2 ciphers remaining. This is very doable for the survivors to get a potential tie game if the gun hunter does not get a down here. Can he spike out of the? Oh, he can. Okay, yeah, that is a feature. Sadly, that is a feature. So with 1 cipher remaining here, Mercenary with 1 spike on. That's Taffel down. No, yeah, he needs to take off that spike to rescue. And we also have it feels like the last cipher is actually here in 2-story area. And Psychologist with 2 spikes in, almost gets the trap here. Hugging corners as much as possible to try and loop this area. Unfortunately does end up dying here with a blink out and with a Mercenary who still has a spike, so basically 1 down. There you go, the spike is gone. So it does look like we're not cipher locked. So as far as ciphers goes, we're fine. But I don't think Wilding knows yet what the last cipher is, or rather where the last cipher is. Wilding can't get spiked. He realized that. Oh, that's unlucky. He does have spikes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's completely fine. I think and by the way, Breaking Wheel is doing an amazing job still recovering from this game. He needs did he switch to peepers? He did switch. Is that peepers? Wait, sorry. Yeah, that was peepers. He kind of needs to. I think this Merc also just needs to, yeah, buy as much time as possible, which is what he's doing. But that was the flywheel, and he goes down. Mercy still with 3 spikes, which means he can get snapped, which means he can get slugged, which means this is looking heavily like a. Oof. I don't know. This is so rough. Dungeon's very far away. We're already like switching to peepers, so it's like we're definitely aiming for that 4K. We have to actually. This Breaking Wheel has to kind of aim for that. No more elbow pads on Mercenary, and yeah, that's 3. Okay. So we can get slugged here. And this Mercenary right now has 2 stacks of Shell Shocked and 2 stacks of Impact, as well as 2 stacks of Panic, which means he is healing. I believe that is 68, 100% slower, basically. But we are seeing, yeah, we're seeing the other down. Sorry, I didn't compensate that. We're seeing the other down here. I don't think Psychologist is going to get up in time. She has peepers on. So I think we can already congratulate our Hunter here, Pit Stoppers, the Breaking Wheel player, for this very nicely done match. And I think honestly the Survivors had some very good chances at coming back. They, even after that rocky start, they definitely made a good job at coming back. This Psychologist, I mean, okay, sure. This Psychologist was about to kill herself, but I think she realized that she wasn't really going anywhere. But yeah, honestly, good job from the Survivors. Especially that wildling kite that took some time. The Merc using his bats very well. Psychologist just simply not dying. And Bomber unfortunately kind of caught off guard at that cipher. Couldn't rotate early enough to, it was pretty open area against Breaking Wheel, so kind of hard. But yeah, it looks like we're. If I can check. Looks like we are moving into a third round. Yes, third round. So we have 2 ties. And it should be 10-10 in points because it's 2Ks. Interesting. So what are our win conditions here for our Survivors and our Hunters? What are they? Let's see. Let me check in the inside of the scenes chat. Where are they? Where are you? Here. So we got it soon. Yeah, so once again asking for substitutions to see if anyone is going to have a sub in some Survivors maybe. It's just a suggestion. Just saying, because maybe you could have specialty pick in Survivor. Honestly, they should go extra toxic. So they should go Gardener. Actually, it's just a struggle build, kind of shit. They could go on what is it? I think it's Moonlit. There's that one bridge chair. They can all just die there, and they can struggle out infinitely. Obviously that's not a good idea. Don't do that. But At this point, I'm just losing my mind, going crazy. So I'm just expecting anything. Looks like we are going to be banning a map from CCB side. So CCB is banning a map, and we are banning Arms Factory. And we were also picking Leos. Talk about Leos before and how it's not how I felt like it wasn't played as much. We're actually picking Leos. Interesting. Actually good. That's cool. Gonna make sure I stay hydrated, or I'm gonna lose my voice from all of this. Let's see. Deciding faction order as well. Not a stream chat. I don't know if stream chat is like alive or if stream chat is currently dead. But if team chat is here, please say hi. Or don't actually. You don't have to, but just saying, just a kind suggestion. Favor to favor from a stranger to a stranger. Hi, how are you doing? But yeah. So still waiting. I don't have anything to do, guys. Maybe I should just sneakily join in. I should be playing Hunter, guys. I should be the Hunter. Actually no, because I will probably throw, and they need wins. So yeah, let's probably not do that. Let's probably not do that. Oh, I mean I am reading chat, by the way. So if you do say something, I will say something. You guys ranking? You guys are ranking? How dare you? I should be the one ranking. I should be, getting that grind in. I need my peak tier back. I need to be that in that top. You don't have time for tourney? This is low tier for you? We're talking about like peak tier hunters, to be fair, so I don't know how much lower or how much higher do you want to? No, I'm not lonely, guys. I have people on the VC with me. It's just that they're spectating in the shadows, but they're keeping me company. Don't worry. This is a pretty hard job to do. Actually for real, Voldigard. Kind of like Hunter versus Hunter matches. I agree. I mean, to a certain extent, right? I think survivors are still trying their best, but at the end of the day, Hunter's what really makes or breaks what the survivors are able to, bring to their team. So how many points they're gonna get, how many round wins. So if they're just consistently getting these 4Ks, then there's not a lot the survivors can do really. But there's still very good plays on both ends. So let's see. I see some more gameplay, guys. They're still not coming in, guys. Maybe I should just 1v1 the streamer. How does that sound, guys? I'll play Hunter, and he'll play Survivor. Do you guys think that's okay? Do you guys think that's fair? You guys want to see some professional gameplay from from obviously I'm a professional player. Yeah, I've been to Koa. I've been to Koa. Basically Koa ready. With my team as well, we're like basically Koa ready. So ready to win all of those CN server teams. I don't know who those people are, but yeah, we're just gonna get them. But yeah, hopefully this match is at least somewhat enjoyable. I'm having fun. I like seeing these matches because it's not Ivy and Opera. I don't have anything against them. I do, but I don't have anything against them. Okay, you did not hear me say that. But I do. Yeah, no, I do. I will repent to my actions Or not actually. I don't like going. I think I don't mind going against Opera. I think honestly at this point I just don't mind going against Opera and Ivy, even in just in rank. And like right now I'm banning a lot of Goatman. What do you guys think about Goatman? How do you feel about him? Because I think for me especially, he's like, ugh, I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. You know. Let's see what you guys are saying. Do a trick. English or Spanish? I'd rather choose German actually. Sprichst du Deutsch? Um, I, or actually, I'd just rather choose every single one of them if possible. Hablar español, speaking in Spanish, or just speaking in English. I'll do all of them. I don't mind. I'll speak I don't know. I'll speak something. Should I do some commentary on a different language? Oh, sorry, God damn, we're already in a game. I was looking at stream. Okay. So we are seeing a wax artist and gamekeeper ban from the CCB from the CCB Hunter. Sorry, not Hunter, from the OMNI survivors. And the CCB Hunter is banning Priestess and Embalmer. I think last round we played as Omni Embalmer. No, I don't know what they played. For the first two picks, but they basically can't do that anymore. So we're seeing a prisoner here. Interesting choice. Again, it's Theo's memory. We're also seeing Puppeteer. I love Puppeteer, dude. Like honestly such a solid pick. And Enchantress too. Okay, I like that. As an Enchantress main former top player with her, I'm very excited to see her shown up in tourney. That's fun, very fun, very fun. We're also going to be banning Patient. Makes absolute sense. This map is crazy for Patient. The hooks you can make on the two-story area in Factory is crazy. You're just gonna kite there forever unless you have Warp, unless it's like a hunter like Geisha or etc. But honestly, fun comp for the survivors. We do have a prisoner, we do have a puppeteer, we do have an enchantress, and we do have a first officer. And that does mean that the hunter that CCB is going to have to play probably has to somehow get around the tankiness of puppeteer and also the possible harass or just infinite kite from Enchantress, and definitely rebound kiting from Enchantress. Very interesting to see that there. Let's see. We should be looking at Persona soon as well. So we're just gonna wait for that. We are just gonna wait for that. Sorry, that was probably very triggering for you guys. But again, this is like, you guys understand that it is 3:30 a.m. for me. Just let that sink into your brain for a second. Just wait for a second. Totally not mentally challenged right now by this complexity of matches and complexity of strategies that we're seeing from both teams. But no, honestly, very fun. And we're just going to wait for the Persona picks, Persona webs from the survivors. And we're also going to wait to for the hunter in a few seconds, actually. So after this, we should be seeing the surprise. And we've also seen, we've seen Smiley Face and Disciple. Have you seen Disciple? We have. I had to like double check myself, like Jesus Christ. So we might see another like one of those variety hunters from. Yes. We want Keegan. The citizens are asking for Keegan. They want that gameplay, and they're asking for it. So if you can go that, I think we can all be happy. Together forever and ever. It does look like actually committing for Clark here. So super cool. Clark is very I wouldn't say underrated, but rather, actually, yeah, underrated, I guess, but not like she's known to be a good hunter. It's just that there's not enough people that play her. At least that's how I feel in any EU server. She has one of the best cipher lock control and one of the best exit gate control potentials. She gets kind of countered by harassers, but there are ways to go around it if you record yourself, for example, doing some hits to get away the harass. But yeah, she does get a bit countered by harass. Not so much by decoding. Really depends. I think for clerk, it all comes down to the first kite, of course, like all hunters. But what I'm trying to say is, for example, if it's like a night watch, right? And your first kite doesn't go too well, that's still fine. You can still recover. But if it's a clerk and you get down really, really early without a blink or anything like that, she's just going to sit on the chair, lock ciphers down, slow down the decoding progress so much. So really, really painful for survivors to deal with a clerk here. We are having a classic T-spawn here on Leo's memory with Sui build on Enchantress. Very interesting. A Tide on First Officer, and double nines on Prisoner and Puppeteer. I think both Nine and Flywheel are equally good. Equally good actually on against Clerk, but yeah, it all depends if you get, because if she gets the record in to you, then you're kind of cooked either way, right? So let's see what our Clerk player can do here. There's not a lot of like in my personal experience, like extremely good clerk players in our server. So I'm excited to see if this is just basically one of them, right? Like one of the best clerk players we can see here. It looks like we are going to be chasing for Enchantress, kiting towards the locked cipher as well. Pretty good job from Enchantress. Does get the recording, I think. Yeah, she does get the recording from the drop palette, so I'm pretty unfortunate from Enchantress. Is trying to get the 9 to rotate to a different area, which is a bit better for Clerk. Very nice pathing here, I don't know if you saw, but does gain Mind Game, unfortunately. Does get an early hit as well with no... Not Ace Blink, sorry. Oh, gets baited out. Oh no, he does get the recording on Prisoner, sadly, so Prisoner is forced to stop this. See, this is the issue with Clerk, right? You get an early hit, and then... like their disciples are just gonna get blocked and the issue of doing this though is that because this Enchantress knows that's very well played from Enchantress, who does or rather Clerk actually misses the blink, but Enchantress uses Flywheel to get out of there, has a 3-stun right. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, they used the first stack, does not get the hit in, does not have impulsive. I think that impulsive would have worked with here. Enchantress doing a very good job actually at containing. Okay. Unfortunately, does end up canceling attack recovery there, but nonetheless, a pretty solid kite from Enchantress here. We are going to be cipher locking as much as possible from this clerk. We do have 3 ciphers on, but as I've said before, a clerk player knows that even if your first kite goes, pretty well, you can still turn the game into a tie or even a win. See how and this is actually going to end up being an Octahoff rescue, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so as First Officer here, we're just trying to buy as much time as possible, try to really slow down that rescue. We do not want to rescue here. Does use pellets. I think this is fine. It's just that after Enchantress, if she wants to rebound kite, which she can definitely, let's see if she can get a terror shock. Will be devastating here for the survivors, by the way. If we do not get a terror shock, we do get a very good rescue in. Let's see if Enchantress can kite for a long time. Does confuse itself a bit for the First Officer here. Enchantress getting a lot of distance here. Let's see if she can make the window. Probably going to get recorded. Does not get recorded, actually. Still makes the window with a 9. Has 3 stacks. Honestly, very doable here for the Enchantress. Has a lot to work with. A 3 stack here, for example, would be very nice. As I was saying, a 3 stack would have been very nice. Past tense, so Bye Enchantress, sadly. You tried. Your kite was very well done in the early game. But that means that in a 3-man endgame here for our clerk player with a blink coming up ready, some not full presence yet. We do have trump card and detention, but we are taking our time. See, like that's the thing. So when you're going against the clerk, right? You have to think about two things. If you see that your teammates are getting recorded just like that, you know that she is on cooldown, so she cannot record you anymore. She might have recordings from other people. Okay, switching to teleport though here. Has a recording from pallet drop down. Unfortunately, that prisoner is going to take a hit here. Does get stunned. That's completely fine. Decides not to break the connection. I find it, if I have the rage trait, I normally do take I leave the connection because it makes the stun duration shorter for me. So I'm playing with the connection here. So it's sometimes it can get dangerous to leave a connection like that, because that means that eventually, if that's a cipher that's going to be primed, they can pop it from a distance, so they don't even have to worry about being locked in a way. This prisoner here doing a pretty good job at kiting this clerk, by the way, is going to get recorded, unfortunately. Let's see if we can play around this pallet here. Very nice mind games from the prisoner here, managing to get the pallet stun and getting away from this area. Very well played by the prisoner. Not getting the mind games of this clerk, of this Keegan. Can we try it again? Unfortunately, we could not. But we do have a cipher that's about to pop. Is that FO cipher? That is indeed FO cipher. No, that is Matthias cipher. Sorry. Wait, what? Oh, it was connected. See, so there you go. The connection actually made it easier for them. 77. Yeah, as Puppeteer here, we're just trying to, if I might say, edge the cipher, so that we don't get recorded decoding the cipher. That's very important for the Matthias here to try and do. We're going to try and catch off guard this first officer, which we still don't see. We still don't get tinnitus here. We now get tinnitus. I think we know where he's coming from. We do have a watch here to rescue, though. But the cipher's still at 79. This is so rough. And we have a teleport. I think Puppeteer should definitely try to commit. Oh, he can't. No, never mind. He can't. Yeah, see, this is just the problem with Clerk. She has this much cipher pressure. We might see a rescue here. We do get the rescue. Gets the stun. Let's see if we can kite as much time as possible here for the last cipher to be popped. We do get the first officer here, unfortunately. Puppeteer might get recorded here so that we don't pop. We are going to switch to the first officer here, recording as well the Puppeteer to make sure. Oh, we are popping here already with a teleport in hand. Some recordings. That might be too much of a fast down, considering as well that Clerk has a lot of gate potential here to make them not able to open the gate. I think the way you should normally play it with a Clerk. Sorry. The way you normally play a Clerk against Clerk to open gates is one crouches behind the person who is opening the gate. Sadly, that doesn't work now because we do have teleport in hand. And it looks like we might see this Puppeteer. Very good job. I want to see this Puppeteer hiding. I think she definitely knows that she's around here, but she's trying to find him. Ooh, this is scary. This is very scary. Okay, let's see what they can do. We're not opening gate yet. Still cooldown on checking the gate. I think we should definitely try and do that. So you basically I think you definitely count in the seconds of your recording. So if it does 5 seconds of recording cooldown, so you get recorded, then you stop. 5 seconds you count in. That's when you can decode, and you can do it again and again and again and again. So this is honestly speaking, looking heavily like a one-man escape. Could be a tie. Because Dungeon is here. So I think this Kirk wants to teleport to Prisoner. Or she's trying to find this Matthias, but she's not finding him. Let's see if we can... so no Blink ready. Is recorded, so that's a bit rough. The Prisoner can... Okay, it is going to get recorded, unfortunately. I think Puppeteer here, with a no detention cleric, we can definitely take 3 hits and kite until we have dungeon. Oh, we can just get dungeon here. Yeah, this is just a 1-man escape. We can congratulate the survivors here for getting this 1-man escape after a, I think, okay start, but then the follow-up was just not there. Very well played from the hunt as well. We could see that cipher locking potential from Clerk. So yeah, honestly, interesting match. I was glad to see again something different than just Opera Ivy. But yeah, I think this was fun. That just means that in order for I'm gonna actually ask because I don't know if we need 2 more rounds or if we need. Okay, interesting to know. So we do need a 4K to win for OMNI, is it? Yeah, OMNI. Let's see. This could just be the last match we see, or not. This could still very well be our second to last match if we go into a possible round 4. Let's see. And there's already like so many different things that have been used. So crazy. This match has been really cool. So. Okay. All right. We are the permabans for this potentially last match for both our teams here for CCB and Omni are Mech, Embalmer, Prisoner, and Psychologist. So those are the survivors that we cannot play anymore. And this is still very much possible. I think Omni can very easily 4K this. We've seen the Pit Stoppers do very well as Hunter before. So let's see. We're opening into our band section here. Steer. Nothing to hide there. Seer's just Seer, okay. You just accept it. Accept it and roll with it. I mean, there are some hunters that counter Seer. Right? Yeah, I think there are some hunters that counter Seer. Chip hunters, I think, but or not, depends. We are banning Patience. Still Leo's memory. Yeah, I was about to say. Still Leo's memory. We're banning Ivy and Dreamwitch here, so no more Dreamwitch for Pit Stoppers to use. And I know that he is a Dreamwitch player. So what could he play? We've seen him hover around. Actually, no. Basically, just hovering around Dreamwitch and a Breaking Wheel. So, it looks like we're also trying to start solid from the survivors here for Merc and something else. So for the survivors, we definitely want to try and aim for a tie. I think a tie game for the survivors would be what we're really trying to do. Of course, that's easier said than done. So Barmaid and Mercenary, pretty solid combo there. It's not the same as Psychologist, unfortunately, because Psychologist can do it from far away, and Barmaid is kind of forced to actually go into the survivor. But Barmaid also does it more passively, so she might be able to do it while the actual person kiting is kiting. And yeah, we're also looking at an air planet span. We've seen so many of the arrow bans on this matchup. So it just goes to show that, the hunters actually regard him as a visible threat that you don't want to go against. We're also playing Toy Merchant, very actually smart pick. Love the Toy Merchant in this map. Because she's very good. She has some catapult placements that you can do basically into factory 2-story that are just devastating for the hunter. It's the kind of catapult where if you're playing as hunter, you'll see the catapult, you'll see them take it, and you're like, okay, I want to stop chasing the survivor now. What am I supposed to do? And we're also seeing an entomologist pick. I think the first one in a while as well. Entomologist, which is really not bad on this map, really, really good. This is a solid comp, I'd say. Very focused on actually nothing. It's very, very all round, I think. So it has a bit of support from Entos bees and toy merchants, catapults, and also barmaid actually. Still a bit of support. The rescue is just plain and simple. It's just a merc. They call me the merc. Well, that's basically them. And we want to select the persona web now. Let's see if this might just be the last round. Potentially, yeah, just last round, or still we're going to go into a fourth round. Yeah. These games are tough. Very tough. All right. We did do, I believe, one survivor escape on Kirk's side. So we do need that's the point they needed basically. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we might have a person joining. Yeah. Let's see. So we're waiting as well. Oh, it's a geisha. Okay, I was about to say we're waiting for the hunter pick here from Pit Stoppers. But it looks like it's going to be a geisha. Very interesting thing. I think it definitely works against Toy Merchant. Because all the distance you create with her jumps are kind of nullified with the geisha dash. You can dash up the stairs. You can follow the actual toy merchant if you wait for it. So you let her use the glider. You can actually still go for her. Like the dash will follow through the sky. Like it's locked on you. You know. Okay. So spawns are also pretty similar. I think Toy Merchant in middle makes sense as well because we want to potentially see some support from her, but that also means that she's at risk of getting first chase and potentially also kiting into Entomologist. If Entomologist does not rotate away, this Toy Merchant might disrupt the decoding quite a lot. Geisha is honestly she's obviously a very popular character, and for many good reasons. I think just in general, the female, quote unquote, pretty hunters, so Bloody Queen and Geisha are regarded a lot from the community. People really like them, especially for the skins as well. They get a lot of skins, they get a lot of love. But in specific, Geisha, a very chase-oriented hunter with a lot of mobility, very skill expressive on what you can do. Has a lot of like cool stuff you can do. You can always like blink, drop down, no hit, recovery. You can always dash, blink, like stuff you can do with blink. That only happens with green ping though. You can also do ghost dashing. So sometimes you're looking at her, but she still gets the dash in. That I call that ghost dashing. I don't like that happening, but it's a feature. So skill issue. Probably that's what I tell myself. But yeah, we're going to start the game here basically now. So we're probably aiming to go rotate as soon as possible into 2-story. We see that she is rotating into 2-story, so I don't know if we are going to chase for her or we are going to leave immediately. Barmaid here doing a silent, but efficient rotation to she did get seen here, did she? Yeah, she did get seen. She's trying to make it seem like she didn't. Does actually end up using Dolphin here, probably to force a butterfly hit. Honestly, very well played here by the barmaid, even though she did get caught off guard here.
we're probably going to be able to see some B support to really make sure that she gets them. Unfortunately, does end up missing the dash, but we are going to see some B support and that cat again. This is what I was saying earlier. Like, it's the kind of thing where you're like, oh, okay, that happened. I'm going to switch now, right? And now that Toy Merchant is getting cut here, unfortunately. Oh, we have abnormal geisha. I just realized. Interesting. So, I think whenever we get it down here, we want to. Oh, that's huge. That's very good support here from the bees as well. But that does mean that we're pretty slow on decoding. Really good bait as well from Toy Merchant to not get that butterfly hit. Let's see if we can get the down here potentially. No, we do end up doing that pretty well. Oh, that does hit. That does hit the bees, and we do unfortunately get the down on Toy Merchant. Very well played by the Geisha. Very good dash. We're gonna try to get okay. So we're just abnormaling the cipher and bye bye the progress. Bye bye. Yeah, all the way down to 14%. So that's now they know. Now they know that she has abnormal, but that's not knowing that she has abnormal is not. I don't know if that's helpful. Can we get that rescue before? Definitely before Ha, but can we get a clean rescue in? We can definitely do that. So we'll get the rescue in here. Let's see if Toy Merchant can kite a bit longer. She does have another catapult, but unfortunately she cannot. Yeah, like. The issue with kiting geisha, right, and these kinds of oops, is that there's two situations. You either try to play around the pallet, but then she just dashes around you, or she just takes the hit, like she just goes for the hit behind the pallet. So it's pretty hard. It's really hard to kite geisha. It's not the easiest hunter to. I mean, she has a chase ability for a reason, right? Like she should excel at getting the chases early. Finishing the church as early as possible. We do have 2 ciphers popped. No, unfortunately, that 14% cipher was the fruit of the abnormal. We are gonna get a rescue here from the Merc. They call him the Merc. No drop down for you. We're gonna get some B support, which is gonna get them a free rescue. Oh, okay, okay. So the Merc was trying to wait as much as possible there, really edging the cipher, not the cipher, sorry, the chair countdown. But does get the elimination. Unfortunately, does not get a body block hit. I think Toy Merchant could have definitely kited a bit longer with that catapult and maybe just using the glider to get to 2-story. Entomologist barely has any B, so doesn't really have a lot of stuff to work on for the end game either. Very good dash here, but also very good flywheel from the Entomologist, doing a very good job at containing this geisha for now. Let's see if we can kite this geisha for a pretty long time. Does get mind game / predicting. Oh, mind game potential. Oh, that's a very cool dash, but very good as pallet stun as well. Very good reaction from this Entomologist kiting this geisha. Again, kiting geisha is not easy. She can get these dashes in like crazy, and again, like we can see it here, for example. Impulsive coming in play to get that down. Unfortunately, Entomologist is not able to get the pallet down either. We still have an abnormal that we can use for potentially Merc Cipher, which is the one that is at which is the okay. I think we might be seeing what does this game look like? So we're starting a new cipher. Cipher's at 41 here. And this is also first try for Entomologist. So we want to buy as much time as possible for the Barmaid cipher to pop. So that she can then we use a pad there. Okay. That's still fine. Bursary trying to make we're going for double down here. Yeah, we're going for double down. Okay. And we're then also chasing for Entomologist, so yeah, we see Entomologist. We have 2 butterflies dash in basically 2 seconds, so again, she is zoning herself slightly, so she can't really afford to. She gets the hit here, yeah. Okay, what are we aiming for here for the survivors? We definitely need them. We definitely need a 2-man escape, at least. Or a one-man escape. If you want to win, we want a two-man escape. If we want to tie, we need a one-man escape. And Mercenary currently getting slugged as well. He is going to get up, so he's going to use self-heal here. Maybe trying to get the rescue in Entomologist. Let's see if he can... he can maybe make it with a pad? Actually, he can definitely make it with a pad. No, guys, he can definitely make it with a pad. That's a very good pad. He ends up... I'm sorry, I'm not commentating the Geisha gameplay here, but he actually does end up getting the rescue with an extra pad on the Entomologist. Now, this does actually switch up things a lot. That was like a last-second rescue. Barmaid here is taking Kite from Geisha, is probably going to try to buy as much time as possible. We now have Teleport instead of normal, which we're going to use for this Cypher, but she doesn't know that we're healing right next to Dungeon, hiding as well from this Geisha together. Do we see them? Do we see them? We do see them. We do end up seeing Mercenary does... Oh, wait, what? Whoa! Geisha hitbox, Geisha hitbox. Alert, alert, alert. Abort. Okay, there you go. Ends up getting the down. So Entomologist is dead. Mercenary can get slugged. Dungeon's here. Yeah, Dungeon is here. Ooh, okay, interesting. So we are in a two-man endgame with a Merc that is already self-healed, with a Barmaid that can use self-heal, but no items, no nothing. So it's safe to say that they're eventually going to be found, but we're just going to have to playing the long game. And just making sure to check. So has Tinnitus here. Merc still trying to give Tinnitus. Oh no. Do we see the Cypher shaking? We do end up seeing the Cypher shaking from Barmaid here. We're going to try and dash again. Okay, we do get the dash in. Can we see Trail? Can we see Trail from Barmaid? Is Merc also starting a new Cypher, I wonder? Let me see. No, he's not. Okay, so Barmaid's taking Kite, gets down unfortunately. Teleport ready again. So Barmaid cannot be slugged. Cannot be slugged. She can still pick up. This Mercenary, I'll tell you what this Mercenary is doing. He is waiting now. I think he might try to go for... Yeah, he might try to go for a heal play here on the Barmaid. Maybe he can bait out Geisha into thinking that he didn't get healed. So let's see what we can do. Geisha is of course trying to find these survivors as best as she can, dashing around the map. But as I am looking into the Merc and Barmaid POV, they did heal up, and they're not parting ways. So Barmaid is running into... Yeah, Barmaid is taking Kite once again, and Mercenary is... Oh, this is going to be a long... I can tell this is already going to be a long game. A very long game indeed. So we're decoding here. Mercenary is decoding. Barmaid's trying to Kite the best she can, but with Impulsive, that Geisha does get that hit. Does she know that this Barmaid can get healed? Does she know that? That she can recover, of course. Let's see if we can find this Merc here around this area. Can we get Tinnitus here? We do get Tinnitus here, unfortunately, for the Mercenary, so we're eventually going to be able to find him. Oh, we saw him. Yeah, okay, so the Barmaid is going up. We're teleporting to the Cypher. Are we able to see trails here? Are we also able to maybe bait like a mind game here for the Geisha to catch this Barmaid? I don't think we see her. Do we see her from the window? We do. Okay, so we have eyes on Barmaid here, and we know that she's the last chase. Mercenary cannot recover. Okay, yeah, we're well played from the Barmaid there, not allowing the Geisha to dash through. But this is looking like a 4K for OMNI here for our Hunter. Unfortunately, does not get that hit. I mean, Barmaid is containing pretty well now. This Geisha, the last Lastros, but is going to end up dead. So this is the 4K for Omni, which means, if I'm not mistaken, they win now. They actually win the whole matchup against CCB. She's okay. She's just trying to find him. I don't think this mercenary crawls to dungeon either. So. Ay 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 ay. This is gonna be a long wait. I can tell, isn't it? But I'm pretty sure we can congratulate. Not yet. Okay, not yet, but we can probably congratulate. I can probably congratulate Omni here. This is fun. Wait, if we get yeah, it's an Omni win. This was the only way that Omni could win this round. And we do get it. So that's always it's always nice. I just want to confirm with but they're probably gonna announce it now. Yeah. Omni ends up winning 16-3, 1-0 to the points as well. And with that concludes the match as well. Honestly, that was very fun to see. This match between Omni and CCB. So really cool to see. A lot of plays, a lot of plays were made. Yeah, so I think we can now then just congratulate both teams. So Omni on a very good job, especially the Hunter, very good job at getting all those 4Ks needed, and CCB also just keeping up the level. Like this was a pretty even match, right? So yeah, very well played. I'm glad that Omni was able to to win here. Very fun match to watch. And yeah, again, thank you for having me as your commentator. Hopefully that was somewhat enjoyable to. It was definitely enjoyable. I trust myself that was enjoyable. But yeah, definitely enjoyable to watch. And we hope to see you guys for some other matches. Yeah, just different